Now let me invite Mr. Sarv Saravanan to deliver his keynote address. Mr. Sarv Saravanan leads the EMC's R&D and global services delivery in India and Egypt. His mandate is to strengthen EMC in emerging markets with products and service innovation. Under his leadership, India grew in a scale of 10x, a value of 12x patents, global product ownership, emerging market solutions, and won awards as the most transformed R&D center and the best place to innovate. So put your hands together to welcome Mr. Sarv Saravanan to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you. I have a tough act to follow after the energy level Mr. Sivakumar set and the insights Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan shared with all of us. What I see today is not happening anywhere. I have been running business operating out of India since 2000. I haven't seen this anywhere else. Thanks to Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan and Sivakumar and the ICTACT team that is making it happen here. Thank you, folks. I'm way too thrilled to be here today, this morning with you all for two reasons. One, Sivakumar disclosed it. I started my career here in Coimbatore, not very far from this stage, right around the corner. Spent 2 years and then moved on. The second reason is I'm speaking to you, the future of this country, the future that is going to make things happen for this country. Thank you, Sivakumar, for this wonderful opportunity. So the role that I'm going to play with you today is a little different. It is really painting a picture of the future, the opportunities, therefore, for folks in this audience, from my point of view. And I call it software-defined world and software-defined India, therefore. Before I move any further, let me start with a video.
No. It's just construction. That's all. No. I'm not driving.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you?
I'm good.
Oh, no, not you. Listen, I'm gonna have to call my agent.
Mr.
I'm gonna get right back to you.
Mr. Burton, this is Insure Corp. We've received sensor data that indicates you were in an accident. Are you injured in any way?
I'm not injured, no.
Is anyone else injured?
I don't believe so.
Okay, where's my agent's number?
We have pinpointed your location and we are showing your car is not drivable. So we are dispatching an Uber car to take you to your destination.
That would be great.
I'm pressing 1. English. E-N-G-L-I, English.
May we give your coordinates to our appraiser drone to perform the appraisal?
Absolutely.
We have received the photos, assessed the damage, authorized the repair, selected a qualified repair facility, and have dispatched a tow truck to take your vehicle to that facility.
Perfect.
Yes, hi, yes. I'll hold.
We have looked up the other vehicle's insurance, transmitted the appropriate data to create the claim, and filed the California SR1 accident report. Can you confirm the information is correct on your phone, then hit the accept button?
I'll check it right now. Okay, all done?
Thank you. Your Uber car is arriving now.
I see it coming.
Accident, not payment. Accident.
Your tow truck should be there now. Don't forget to leave your keys in the vehicle. Thank you for using Insure Corp, powered by Pivotal Labs.
Sorry about the glitch. The scenario that you saw is not really some rocket science. Yes, some of them came from rocket science, but it's today available in bits and pieces, solving problems for us. If I were to ask you a question, is Ola or Uber, that is, they're available, services are available in many of our towns and cities at least, would you call them transportation companies or software companies? What assets they own? Certainly, Uber doesn't own any car. What real asset behind their operation or business is software. If I were to ask you a question, Google, what kind of business are they in? 98% of their revenue comes from advertisement. Would you call them media or advertisement company or a software company? Our answer would be software. Is that right? WhatsApp, that is so pervasive with us. Default communication tool that we use is for one-on-one, one-to-many, group, and even to make phone calls these days, we use WhatsApp. Is WhatsApp a telecommunication company or a software company? Our answer is software company. Industry after industry, software is disrupting. One famous leader, Mark Anderson, called in an article, software is eating the world. That's what we're seeing. And what we're seeing is just the beginning. Why is it happening? Some of these technologies, not that they are not available to large incumbents in any industry. It's available for them as well. But as companies become bigger, what happens? They become bureaucratic, siloed, change doesn't happen that fast, innovation is not that encouraged, and therefore they get disrupted. We see that even in our own country. Not long ago, we thought Big Bazaar was a big success story. Now what's happening to Big Bazaar? It's there in every town, major towns in our country now. But what's happening to Big Bazaar? Thanks to Flipkart's, the Snap deals. Software is eating their business. And that is just the beginning. It is just starting. It's just scratching the surface. There are only two things that you have to remember as we go through this journey. One is software. It's all driven by software, and Internet of Things. Okay. I think I can't. Is that a signal, an issue? Okay, good. It's all software driven and Internet of Things. There is proliferation of devices everywhere. In the scenario that we saw, it's all about sensors, communication between, negotiation between individuals, devices, and businesses. That's what made that scenario happen. And it is not just a scenario meant for the Western world. Yes, they are available there for them to have more sophistication, to create more, to have more efficiency in their life. But in our kind of scenario here, they are meant to solve bigger problems hitherto we couldn't solve at all. And we are talking about completely different characteristics as a result of these kind of disruptions in the industry. We are talking about scale at a different level. We used to have, when we have applications in the past developed, we talk about our websites, we talked user base in millions. Now we are talking about billions. We are talking about completely different scale. We talk about different capacity. Our computing was working on petabytes of data. Now we are talking about exabytes of data. There is this company that sells bitten apple. How much data do you think they handle? Exabytes of data. The storage behind iCloud exceeded exabytes a couple of years ago. That's the kind of volume of data and massive computing power we are talking about. And that is important for us to understand as well, because that's what is going to, that kind of an infrastructure, that kind of power is what is, and at what price point they're available to us is what is going to help us solve bigger problems in our country. And if you move forward a few years from now, the world will have 7 billion people connected through some form of device, which is more powerful than what we have today on our hands. And we will have 30 billion devices that will be part of this network, sensors everywhere. and generating 44 zettabytes of data. And what does it mean, opportunities? Businesses are going to be run totally different. And that in itself is going to create a platform for new ideas, new thoughts, and totally new businesses that we have not seen today, or not even thought about today. And talking about data, so much data, and in a form, it's not going to take much time for us to see it here, in different aspects of our life. In a form, in a developed world, a cow today has 10 to 15 sensors generating 200 MB of data a year. You know how many cows we have in the world? Dairy cows, 300 million. Think about how much of data they are going to generate. Okay? We'll come to the scenario. You must be eagerly waiting. What does it mean to us in this country? There are opportunities here. What are the forces behind these disruptions? Three things. The model, the way we looked at computing has changed. We used to have dedicated solutions, software solutions running on dedicated servers. Now that model has changed. It's cloud. We develop applications, we put it on the cloud. We run it on the cloud. We don't worry about how much resource they need. It's all elastic. As the solution needs more, it's provided, it's provisioned. The architecture, how we used to develop solution has changed. Yes, those of you in the audience that are with IT background would understand client server. Client server brought in separation of different aspects of the solution, database, business logic, user interface. That by nature is also monolithic. But today, with the cloud, we're talking about a completely different paradigm. We are talking about developing microservices, running on phenomena like containers, providing unprecedented scalability to solve bigger problems, to serve millions and billions of users. We ourselves have a technology behind it called Cloud Foundry. Those of you that are interested can go check it out, cloudfoundry.org, open source, and provides rich platform for creating solutions like Facebook or solutions like what Google offers to their customers today. Anybody can develop that kind of a software. And the way you develop software is also changing. We don't use any longer proprietary software tools. It's all open source. And the methodology of developing software has also changed. We are talking about faster way of doing things, no longer waterfall models. Peer group of engineers coming together, solving problems faster through agile methodologies, using open source components available out there for free. And there are a lot of platform-based APIs available. That's how you develop solutions. Coming with all those changes, for the first time, the kind of advancements or the scenarios that you see in the West, it's available for us to solve large-scale, nation-scale problems. That's the kind of opportunity we need to think about. We see in recent times, and more will come as well, country-scale platforms in our country. Aadhaar is one example. 800 million citizens now have IDs today, and that's a rich platform. There's more such thing happening now, DigiLocker. I'm sure you would have read about it. And there is another platform, payment platform, that is meant to bring financial inclusions, microtransactions, IMPS, mobile payment service. All of that create rich platform for us to think about solving bigger problems concerning agriculture. Somebody over breakfast was talking about a scenario for fishermen using sonar technologies, mobile devices, how we can collect data around where the catch is, where they can maximize their catches through sonar signals and mobile devices, and guide them towards that to become more productive. And healthcare, for example, there is a lot to be done in healthcare in our country. If you look at healthcare if you look at all healthcare metrics between our country and developed nations, we pale in comparison. Number of doctors per 1,000 1,000 people, and infant mortality ratio, number of nurses per 1,000 people. We can't solve all those problems using traditional means, using physical methods. We can't build hospitals fast enough. Technology can play a big role in helping us with the reach and improving the quality of those kind of services delivery. I have another scenario here. It's right here, it's happening. Using these kind of disruption in technology, how we can solve bigger problems for our country. A little bit of disclosure here, and none of our primary care centers look like that. The video was shot in our office, but the technology is available, the solution is available. We are, as we speak, deploying it in Vizag. Just to, the tools are available for us today. The analytics, technologies behind it, all the technologies that drive digital transformation or digital India, and resources on the cloud, everything as a service. If you have, if you had to start a company 15 years ago, a software company, for example, you would have to spend at least $1 crore for, to buy the computers that you need to develop the solution, to buy all the software tools. Today, you don't need any of it. If you are 4 or 5 friends that have an idea, you can come together. All you need is just laptop. And everything is available on the cloud as a service. All the software development tools, all the platforms. Within few months, you can have your solution ready. Now off you go. You have to swipe. If you have a credit card, you swipe your credit card, you deploy it. As you get more business, it scales for the cloud. You don't have to upfront invest. The cloud resource models make it easier for you to build business. Open source, everything is available as open source. It's rich ecosystem now. And on top of it, the energy that we see in you, Gen Z. And that's the kind of scene that we're witnessing now in our country. A few years ago, if you had to look at where India was in the startup ecosystem map, we're nowhere. Today, 4,000 plus startups, and 1,000 more getting started every single year. And if you were to look at the funding since 2010, we clocked about 5.5 plus billions of dollars in funding. Lots of active VCs and private equity funds, lots of sources of funds, lots of angel networks. And I keep reading, in every town in Tamil Nadu now, there's an angel network as well. And that is the opportunity that we're talking about. You have an idea, you have folks to help you. In closing, a couple of things. The industry that most of us here are part of is in transition. It is disruptive now for some folks that are running big businesses. Doesn't matter which business, including the kind of business that I'm part of, we have to change to the changing models. I'm sure Lakshmi would vouch the kind of conversation that they have with the customers that they service here as well as outside. And that transition is pervasive. And the most important thing is it's inclusive. With the kind of solutions and models available, products and technologies available, we can solve bigger problems and make Digital India really happen. Yes, there are big domestic opportunities, but we also see lots of opportunities for folks here in this audience to come up with ideas and disrupt globally. One example, glaring example that I can think of is a Chennai-based company using all these that I talked about, how they are disrupting an existing space worldwide, a company called Freshdesk. I'm sure many of you would have read about it. There are more and more opportunities we see to disrupt the rest of the world from here. With that, I was asked to tell you one more thing by Sivakumar. I am one of you. I'm from a rural background, from a rural arts and science college. You want to make sure I tell you that. And if I can do it, you can do it as well. To be on a stage like this or even bigger. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, taking us through the future world or the future globe. And that's what we are. And the last statement is really great when he says, I am from a rural arts and science college. And now he's in a position where he leads half of the globe for that organization. So let's give a big round of applause